Good morning, students. So, here we do start with our second chapter of Mathematics Part 1, Real Numbers. Okay. So, in real numbers, what you have to study about that the properties of rational numbers, properties of irrational numbers. Then we have that the examples on surds, then comparison of quadratic surds, operation of on these quadratic surds, and also rationalization of quadratic surds. Okay, but as we in previous classes we learn about all these numbers, that the set of natural numbers which is denoted by capital N, and as we know that natural numbers that the start from what 1 2 3 4 and infinitely numbers. As we add that one number 0 in natural numbers, then that set is what set of whole numbers which is denoted by W. Okay, then set of integers means that whole numbers are there 0 1 2 3 4 infinitely numbers, and opposite of these positive integers means -1 -2 -3 infinitely numbers are known as integers and denoted by capital I. Okay, then further we know about that the set of rational numbers also. So rational numbers means what, that the numbers which can be represented by this P upon Q form. As we write down that number in P upon Q form means in fraction, where that P and Q are what, integers, but that denominator Q is not equal to 0, then that numbers are known as rational numbers. And natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, all these numbers are rational numbers. Okay, then the numbers having in decimal. Okay, then the numbers which are not rational are known as irrational number, and that all rational and irrational together we call that number as real numbers. Means these real numbers includes all these numbers, means natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational number. All numbers are known as real numbers, and we have to study in this chapter about these real numbers. Okay, according to that subset relation, so we can say that the N is subset of what, W, which is again subset of I means integer, is subset of that Q rational numbers, and is subset of R real numbers. Means in this case this R becomes what, universal set for that remaining sets. Okay students, then next is what, that the decimal form of any rational number is what, either terminating or non-terminating recurring form. What does it mean? Suppose you have given that one rational number as 2 upon 5, where 5 is divisor. So as we divide that 2 numerator by 5, then we get remainder 0. And if that remainder is 0 means this form is what, terminating type. And we get that answer in decimal form as 0.4. Okay. But as we divide that 17 by 36, so what we observe here students, as you do try to solve this division, you get that answer as like this in decimal form 0.47, and we continuously getting that 2. Okay, so that we can write down that answer as 0.472, and we give that dot over that 2. What does it mean? That dot means that 2 continuously comes, is known as non-terminating recurring form. Then here we have some examples of terminating type, and here we have that examples of non-terminating type. So you can just verify this division, so you'll get that answer like this which is in terminating type, means you get remainder as 0 in this division. Okay, and here you getting non-terminating recurring form, means that number comes repeatedly. Okay, so do try this division and verify this terminating and non-terminating recurring form. Okay, now using the same concept, now you have to solve that examples of practice set 2.1. Question number 1 is classify the decimal form of the given rational numbers into a terminating and non-terminating recurring type. So here we try to solve that second one. The given rational number is 2 upon 11. So decide whether it's terminating or non-terminating recurring type. What we have to do, students? Yes, just divide that 2 by that denominator 11. Means here 11 is what? Divisor, and hence here we do this division and decide whether that given rational number is terminating or non-terminating type. Okay, so what we observe here, students, that the dividend 2, which is less than that of divisor 11, so first we multiply that 11 by 0, so that answer 11 is 0 0, so we write down that 2 as it is. Okay, now what we do to divide that the number 2 again by 11, here we take that decimal, so we can take that 0 over here. Okay, so as you take that decimal point, so now you can take 10 on that 2, so that next number is 20. And now as we divide that 20 using the table of 11, so according to the table 11 ones are 11. Okay, so we write down that 1 as in quotient, and that product 11 ones are 11, below that 20, and here we do that subtraction, that value we getting as 9. So that 9 is again less than that of divisor, so here we increase or we take one more 0. Then according to the table of 11, 11 8s are 88. Okay, so that subtraction is what? Again 2. So again that 2 is less than that of divisor, so here we take one more 0 on that 2, so that number becomes again 20. And what we observe here, students, here, yes, we getting that 20, and same 20 we getting here, means this after the decimal here we get that 0.18. so again as we further do this operation, we get again 181818 this sequence. Okay, so what we do here, we give this marking over here 20 and here in below 20, so we stop this division here, and do not forget to give that bar notification or that bar symbol over that 18, because this 18 comes repeatedly. Okay, and what does it mean in decimal form, that the answer of 2 upon 11 is what? 0.18 recurring. Okay, so here we write that the decimal form as 0.18 recurring, and it means that the decimal form is what? Non-terminating recurring type. Non-terminating means what? Here we get 18 18 18 repeatedly, so it's non-terminating, and recurring means repetition is there. Okay, समझता है? Termination means what? Here we get that remainder 0, and somewhere at here that decimal number stops, terminate, म्हणजे terminating, where we get that remainder as 0 in terminating form. And as you are getting like this, that repeatedly that numbers comes, is known as non-terminating recurring type. And here that first example is that decimal form is non-terminating recurring type. Okay, students. Okay, now let's try for that third one. The given number is rational number is 29 upon 16. So here 29 is what? Dividend, and that 16 is divisor. So according to the table of 16, that the number nearer to that 29 is 16 itself, because 16 twos are 32, which is greater than 29. So here we taking that 1 in what? Quotient. 16 ones are 16, so that subtraction is 13. That 13 which is less than that of divisor, and hence now here we increase 1 0 and taking the decimal point. Okay, understood this? Here we take that decimal and here we increase 1 0, so that number now becomes 130. So according to the table of 16, the number nearer to 130 or less than of it is what? 16 8s are, okay, 128, because 16 9s are 144, which is greater than 130. So here we do that subtraction, we getting 2, which is again less than that of 16. And however we do this, so as we getting that remainder as 0, or we get that repeated number as remainder. Okay, so here we get 13, now here we get 2, so here again we increase 1 0. Then again according to the table of 16, 16 ones are 16 again. So the subtraction is again 4. Again we increase one more 0 over here, because that 4 is less than that of divisor 16. So that number becomes 40. So according to the table of 16, now 16, yes, 2s are 32. So the subtraction is what? 40 minus 32, 8, which is again less than that of divisor. So increase one more 0 over here. So that number becomes now 80, and according to that table of 16, yes, that 80 is perfectly or divisible by 16. 16 5s are 80, and hence that remainder now 0. And if remainder is 0, we stop the division. And what is it mean? That the decimal form of that 29 upon 16 is what? 1.8125. Means this decimal form is terminating type. Okay, and hence here we write down so that the decimal form of that number is what? Terminating type. So the examples ask an exam for 2 marks. Decide whether or classify whether the decimal form of that rational number is terminating or non-terminating recurring type. Very simple examples are just you have to do what? Division. Okay students, so try that remaining examples as your homework. Okay, that second question is also as similar as first, so that second one also I keep as your homework. Just you have to write that given rational numbers in what? Decimal form. So do that division and write down its decimal form. Okay students, now we try for that third question is what? Write the following rational numbers in P upon Q form. Means what? You are given that number, rational number in what? Decimal form, and the decimal form is what? Non-terminating recurring form, and you have to convert in it what? P upon Q form. Okay, so there is a method to write those given decimal numbers in P upon Q form, so pay attention over here. So always first we consider that given decimal form as x equal to what? That given decimal form 0.6 recurring. Okay, so that 0.6 recurring means what? Like this, that 6 comes repeatedly. Okay, so here we observe that how many numbers in recurring, and what do you notice here? Yes, only one number, that 6, which is in recurring, repeated. And hence what we do here, we multiply that given number by 10. Okay, suppose there are two numbers in recurring, means We take one more example. If that number is suppose 0.12 recurring, means what? 0.12, 12, 12, 12 is repeated. And hence if there are two numbers in recurring, we multiply that number by 100. Suppose there are three numbers in recurring, means that number is 0.351, 351, 351 continuously getting. Then we multiply that number by 1000 is the method. If one number is in recurring, multiply that number by 10. If two numbers are recurring, multiply that number by 100. If three numbers are in recurring, multiply that numbers by 1000. So why we do so? Because for one number is in recurring and you multiply it by 10, then what happens, student? Pay attention over here. According to that rule, the decimal as you multiply it by 10 goes to what? One decimal right side. So that number becomes 6.66666 recurring. What does it mean? This decimal part we keep as it is here, multiplying by 10. Similarly here, as you multiply it by 100, because two numbers in recurring, so this decimal comes to 2 decimal right side. So it becomes 12.121212 recurring. So here again that 12 recurring part as it is you getting over here. And for 3 decimal, as you multiply by 1000, then that decimal comes to what? 3 decimal to right side, and that number becomes 351 point. Again that 351, 351, 351 comes repeatedly as it is. So this decimal part at the right hand side of the decimal point we keep as it is. So it's easy to write down that given number in P upon Q form. This is the method. If there is only one number is in decimal, multiplied by 10. If two numbers in decimal recurring form, multiplied by 100. And if three numbers in that recurring, then multiplied by 1000. Okay. And here as we observe, only one number is in recurring, so we multiply that number by 10. Multiply both sides by 10. Okay. So as you multiply both sides by 10, so here we get 10x equal to what? Now this decimal changes as 6.6 recurring. Getting this, students? As you observe here, multiplying that number by 10, so it becomes 6.666666 continuously. And what does it mean? That 0.6 recurring. So in short, we write down like this. Okay, you are not supposed to write down as explanation. Then the next step is do subtraction. Means what? As you multiply it by 10, then you get that new number as 10x equal to 6.6 recurring, and do the subtraction as like this, 10x minus x. So on the right hand side you get 6.6 recurring minus 0.6 recurring. So what happen here, students? As you do this subtraction, you get here answer as 9x. If suppose there are two numbers in recurring, you get multiply here by 100. So 100x minus x you getting here as 99x. And suppose three numbers in recurring, you multiply both side by 1000. So 1000x minus x you getting 999x over here. So in this example, as we multiply by 10 in subtraction, left side we getting what? 9x. Okay. And in right hand side part, what happen? You have to just subtract this 6 and 0. Okay, because this decimal part as you observe here is eliminated, and that answer we getting here 0. So you have to just subtract this integers. 6 minus 0, answer is 6. Getting this? In this subtraction, this decimal part that the recurring form eliminated, and you have to just subtract this integer part. 6 minus 0, answer is 6, and hence x equal to what? This 9, as you taking to right side, it becomes 6 upon 9, and this 6 upon 9 is what? P upon Q form of that given number, because x means what? Here we consider that 0.6 recurring this given number as x, and that value of x now we convert it in what? P upon Q form. Also, as you observe your students, we can simplify this in its simplest form, so that x is now 2 upon 3, because common factor is 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, so answer is 2 upon 3 is what? P upon Q form of that 0.6 recurring. As you divide that 2 by 3, you do this division, so you will get in decimal form as answer 0.6 recurring. So this is the decimal form, and here we convert it in P upon Q form. Okay students, understood this? What are the steps? Consider that given number as x, observe the number. If there is only one number in recurring, multiply that both side by 10, so left side is 10x equal to, here put this decimal, that one decimal to right side, so that given number becomes, as multiplying by 10, 6.6 recurring. So this recurring part eliminate as you do subtraction. So always do this subtraction as 10x minus x equal to 6.6 recurring minus 0.6 recurring, like this. Subtract that smaller one from greater number. So here you getting that answer as 9x. If suppose there are two decimals, so you get 99, and if there are three numbers in decimals recurring form, 999x. Okay, so here subtraction is 9x equal to, as I told, this recurring part eliminate, and you have to just subtract this integer part only. So 6 minus 0, answer is 6, and hence that x now 6 upon 9, and x means what? That given decimal form rational number. Here we convert it in P upon Q form, and if suppose it also have its simplest form, then write down its simplest form as like here 2 upon 3. Okay, so this kind of example as an exam for 2 marks. Okay students. Okay, now we try for that the third one, 3.17 recurring. Okay, so first we consider that given number as x, so x equal to 3.17 recurring. So how do you observe your students? Yes, there are two numbers in recurring, so we multiply both side by what? 100. Okay, and as you multiply by 100, so that number 3.17 recurring becomes, this decimal we taking toward 2 decimal right side, so number is, understood this, 317.17 recurring as it is. So we can directly write down answer as, okay, 317.17 recurring. Then next step is what? Yes, subtraction. So next step is 100x minus x equal to what? 317.17 recurring minus 3.17 recurring. So this left hand side subtraction is what? 99x equal to, here as we notice that 17 recurring part is same, so that decimal part eliminate, so you have to subtract only just this integer part. So 317 minus 3, so answer is 314. Getting this students? At the recurring part eliminate, and subtraction of this 317 minus 3, 314, and therefore x equal to what? This 99 we taking to right side, so answer is 314 upon 99 is the P upon Q form of that given number 3.17 recurring. Okay students, then try that next remaining examples as your homework students. Okay, Thank you. Bye bye.